Okay guys, tomorrow we're going to work up some loads, ladder test and a Satterley test. The last set I loaded, which we're going to start off with, I used 4350, but I've been hearing some good news about Reloader 16, so I want to load up some in there. Even the reloading manual for the Federal Fusion recommends, that's one that it recommends, is Reloader 16. So we're gonna load some of that up. We're using Federal Match GM210 primers. We're using the Federal Fusion 140s. Now this is a hunting bullet, not a long range bullet. But what we're trying to work up, a buddy of mine just loves these. Everything he shot, this here is the best. So I don't know how I'm going to get this muzzle velocity. They're claiming at 2750 per second with Reloader 16. I'm wondering if I shouldn't have tried Reloader 17 or something, because I'm going to match what they claim. I'd need to be using Reloader 26. But I've been hearing good news about this Reloader 16 because it's supposed to be temperature stable. So we're going to work up some of those loads. We're going to use our old brass out of shot rounds, out of these Fusions. Full length resize. Use the Federal Gold Match primers. We're going to trim our back brass with this device I bought off eBay. It seems to be working. At first I was real skeptical. You do have to set it with that set screw there. So I'm going to go ahead, and I have measured the distance to the lands. So on this round I'm going to go about 50 thousandths off the lands. So I'm going to get these loaded up so we can go try them tomorrow. I'm not a big fan of this Federal brass. It seems to be really hard to resize. I've got to lube every single case. I just thought I almost had one stuck. But anyways, I use the Lee resizing lubricant, the dry lube. It's my favorite lube, but it's a little tedious. I put it on with a Q-tip. But the Starline brass, I only had to lube about every third round. And my 25-06, when I use Winchester brass, it's every fourth or fifth round. I guess, I don't know. But this Federal brass, it seems like I've got to lube it on every single round. But anyways, you put your resizing die, decapping die in there. It's been preset. Once I set it, you should never have to worry about it again. And you put a lubed case in there. Of course, they still got primers on them. But you just run it through just like that, pops the primer out. There you go, it's fully resized, and then we'll clean the lube off with some rubbing alcohol, and then we'll show you the next step, which is to prep them. Got a neat device to prep them now. I got this really neat device to prep my brass. To clean it, to resize the primer pocket, flip it over. It's pretty good. Done. Got a question, guys. For match primers, and it's my understanding that match means they're all the same, right? Higher quality. Why do these primers look different? Look at that one. I'm concerned about that. Is that just paint? But why do they look so different? I'm using a Hornady electronic scale. The guy I'm loading for let me borrow. I don't know if it's worth it or not, because if I put it on normal mode, about every fourth throw it's accurate. So you have to throw back in about every 3 out of every 4. But if you put it on slow-mo, it will accurately dispense the powder charge, but watch how long it takes. I can do it a lot faster on my manual scale. So if you want it to be accurate, you have to put it on slow, and watch how long this takes. So if you want accuracy, I think I can do it by hand a whole lot faster. So this charge is going to be 0.5 grains over what the book says is max. But one of the reasons I'm trying this Reloader 16 is that it's got a decoppering agent to it. And it is consistent against high temperatures to low temperatures. It's supposed to be one of the best powders for that. So we're still dispensing. I could have used a Lee powder dip and trickled it in faster than this. But if I put it on normal, I'm going to be dumping it a 3 out of every 4 to get it that accurate. I do write on my loads. That's how I keep track of them. But we're still dispensing. We're close. Any second now. Any second now. It's pretty neat device, but man, I can go in the other room and vacuum the carpet and come back between loads. Still dispensing. Any second now. Getting close. And it is sort of complicated to set up and to calibrate it. It's a lot more complicated than beam scale that I've used for 20 years. I guess it's taken me now 35 minutes to throw 11 charges. So I don't know if the RCBS is any better or not. I don't know. They look about the same. Still waiting. That should have it. There we go. Wait for the beep. There we go. Now we're going to take them in the other room and seat them. We're going to seat to almost mag length, but to the lands is 2.861. We're going to try a 50 thousandths jump off to the lands, which is going to put us at 2.810. Our max mag length is 2.853. So we're going to be close to them. We're going to have 37 thousandths of mag space left, which isn't going to be much, but it should fit. But it's a lot better than the book tells you, 2.750, and most of your factory loads are 150 to 200 thousandths off the lands. These numbers right here at 38, that's just impressive.
I'm all over the red dot. I mean, I'm a little to the right, a little to the left. I mean, I'm damn near touching her.
Well, it's 20, 30 mile an hour wind blowing that target.
I think that was low and to the right. That's in between the first two. A little high. So that's walking up finally. I can feel the wind moving the scope. Come on, man.
I feel it moving the table. That's why I wanted to shoot into the wind instead of having a crosswind.
Look at that.
That is faster than factory ammunition.
Now, right there. 30 mile an hour wind.
We're now faster than factory ammunition.
Do we need to be faster?
I always want to be fast. I know. That's for you to decide.
No. I'm more like it here or here. Here or here, I mean. 38 or 39.
Well, where'd your round go? Let me look for pressure signs.
Huh?
Let me see the round. Feel hard to come out?
No. It went straight in. Doing just the same, man.
I think it's fine. Group those. I think that's going to be your highest round right there. I mean, I think that's going to be your best round right here. I want speed.
Huh?
I want speed. But when we get done, you tell me what you want loaded. We got RL16, Reloader 16 to try. And that should be faster than this. But we're up to 2758. 2741, still faster than factory.
Good to me.
Let's look for pressure signs. We're over the manufacturer's. Did it feel any harder?
Smooth
Pull
as
out?
silk.
Huh?
Smooth as silk.
Okay.
Just as smooth as the first one.
We're past the red line. Not by half a grain. Does that feel any difference? Looks fine.
Huh?
It looks fine.
Even maybe a 10 bucks. I don't know. That 308 will probably have more knockdown power.
Wait a minute. You got two touching here, don't you?
Yes. First three.
Now you pulled one of them. I heard
This
you
one,
say.
this one, and that one.
Pulled both
This
of
was the
those.
last round. This was the second round.
So you pulled both of those.
Well, I'm not saying this one wasn't a win. I yanked on this one. Each one, I've got one that I flinched on, or the wind's coming. Here. I got 4 rounds.
I feel like you got a node right here and right there. I feel like you got a lock node, 41, big light node, 38.
The rest of the corner apart.
I just can't believe I got 3 holes right there.
It's it, Cam. I mean, it's so fun, everybody. Get off the paper that much. I can tell that. You can't tell by the back. It went straight through, looks like a little slit.
I mean, I can tell it's 3 rounds.
I can too, buddy. I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it at all. You got a good rifle.
Well, here's my final results for my Ruger American Predator in 6.5 Creedmoor, shooting a 127 Barnes LRX round. We used H4350 Winchester primer, Winchester case. Trimmed the manual's length and the overall length to the manual. Anyways, I found that 40 grains, 4350, there's 5 bullet holes right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 100 yards. And at that point, I made a scope. This is the first time the rifle's ever been shot, and I made a scope adjustment to this one. Now, I had these dots over these rounds here, but at 41 grains, it opened up a little bit. We got there, and there. So, I don't know. I'm pretty impressed with the 3-round haul. I think we're going to go with that. Next, we're going to load up some 100 grain TSX, Barnes TXX, and see how they fly under this. The Reloader 16 didn't fare too good today. So anyway, this Ruger American Predator budget rifle seems to like the H4350, shooting Barnes 127 grain LRXs at 40 grains with Starline brass, Winchester primer. 3 of the bullets almost went in the same hole. I did have a problem with my chronograph picking up this rifle for some reason, but anyways, we're going to go with that for now. We're going to work up some 100 grain TSXs, and we're going to continue to try the Reloader 16, but haven't been too happy with it yet. But 4350 seems to be doing a great job in this budget rifle. My buddy was using a Browning X-Bolt Hell's Canyon, and the 2 accuracy nodes I really liked was 38 grains of H4350 and 41 grains of 4350, 31 grains. We exceeded factory ammunition velocities in 3 of the 5 rounds shot. But we're going to continue to work these loads up. That's where we're at now. I'm pretty impressed with this. I can definitely kill a deer with this.